All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside. Let me get my actual notes up here. I started this once. You know how computers have sticky notes? Well, what I do for these readings is I put my stuff on the sticky note, and any of the notes I have, or I just basically copy it all from Esoteric Influences from the blog. But and then I add some other things on it, that I want to say or whatever. But uh, invariably I pull up the wrong one, and I started this and I got about 7 minutes into it, and I because I wanted to spend a lot of time on the fact that we're in a one energy today, and so then I go on to the next thing, right, and suddenly it's not the right sticky note that's up there, and I have no idea. Of course, we're in Mercury retrograde, so you never know. Let's see, what's the rune today? Okay, let me grab it here. So I don't know what's going on, and look, seriously, and I'm looking for it, and it's not there. And so I'm just like, oh, the heck with this. And so I stopped. There it is. I stopped, and then suddenly there it was. It's like, okay. It's not like I've been invoking demons or anything. If you do that, by the way, if you work with spirits, demons really aren't what you think they are, but that's another discussion. But what you can do, ceremonial magicians and some witches will invoke them in workings. So if you do, excuse me, you're usually doing it for some help. You need some extra assistance on something. And so if you do, and you invoke them, invite them into your circle, basically is what you're doing, then you're inviting that energy that you want to use to help shore up what you need to do. And so, but here's the thing, when you're done, you need to thank them and then perform what's called the license to depart, which means you've invoked them and now you're telling them to return to where they came from. If you don't do that, it is said that the energies hang around. And no, I didn't do that. I didn't invoke anybody. I did, however, look at my grimoire the other day, actually yesterday. I was watching a video. In fact, I was watching a Leak Project video with Rex, and he had Doc Ram on it. And Doc Ram started talking about Astaroth, and so I got the grimoire out, and I'm opening it up. Where's Astaroth? Oh no, that's Pema, that's Boer, Seer. Okay, where is it? Anyway, so I was showing my husband in my oh wait, no, it's down here. There's Visago. I got the Seals of Solomon. Yeah, Astaroth. Well, you can't really see it, but it's right up here at the top. There's a lot of there's also some Olympic spirit sigils. There's over here, there's Asmodee, there's Balafor, Vine, Balafor. Is it Balafor? No, Belial. I got Belial. And then I've got I've got all these other guys too. These are Olympic spirits here. I prefer to work with Olympic spirits when I'm doing stuff like that. Not so much the demons, because some of them, are kind of funky, and so I don't really like using them. But so if I'm going to invoke something, I usually invoke an Olympic spirit. But even with that, you need to thank them and tell them to go back home. It's just polite, right? It's just polite. Anyway. That's enough of that nonsense. Anyhow, today is the first day of July. Now, we talked about this, I don't know if it was yesterday or day before, but I mentioned that July is going to be a month of balance. 7 is a number of balance. It's about balancing shadow side of self with spirit. It's about magic. It's about creation. And it's also about taking a step back and observing and letting things settle out. Okay? So for the month of July, we're going to do that. We're just going to let things settle out. You can respond if you need to, but I wouldn't necessarily initiate anything until you've kind of done that little bit of a process. And there might be times you don't need to because everything's pretty clear. But especially if things are not clear, then allow that to happen. Today, take stock of where you've been and where you're going with this one energy. Allow new perceptions and new beginnings to take hold. Now, What I was talking about also when I tried this the first time before my notes vanished on me, I wanted to talk about the fact that, about perceptions. And this might be a little bit of a rant because I just read, you see, I should never go online before doing this. I really shouldn't. But Twitter was up and I sat down and I'm just kind of looking, see, okay, did anything catastrophic happen? Well, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is speaking again. He's the guy from Texas. He's the one that said that seniors, grandma won't mind dying for the Dow. In other words, so we can reopen, right? Well, here's what's happening today in my state, in Oregon. I'm in Oregon. And our governor has finally just said, look, things are spiking so badly that we're just going to have to do this for a little bit. And it'll be temporary. I don't know how long it's going to last. Might last a month. I don't know. Maybe not even that. I don't know. But we have to affect some change here in Oregon, or things are going to get far worse than they are, and they're getting worse now. So now we're going to have masks on in businesses. Well, I already do. I was watching Leak Project yesterday, and Doc Ram was on it, and it was done I think 5 days ago, or posted 5 days ago, but I was watching that because we like Doc Ram, Richard Allen Miller. He lives down in Southern Oregon, and he's a magus. He's amazing, and so we let, whenever he comes on, we like to watch him. And he was talking about homeschooling and how with the virus and all of that we have to socially distance. We have to do things. Otherwise, he says we should have started doing this 10 years ago. We should have been in the habit of it during flu season and all of this stuff. Anytime there's a contagion, we should have been already in this mindset, to stay apart from one another, maybe wear masks, whatever. So it was interesting, and but it then dovetailed into what I read from Governor Dan Patrick today, which was such a different attitude about it. And I was also listening to Cliff High. I watched him yesterday as well, talking about, wearing masks and all of that and why it's so important to do that. Well, now you have, in Oregon, we're going to have to wear masks into businesses now. That's been mandated as across the state today. Fred Meyer Shopping Center here in my city, my town, pretty much everybody, I mean, there were people that weren't, but the staff all were. And I have to say, going there, it was my most comfortable experience. And I'm not actually a fan of that store, frankly. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird energy in there. I don't know. But right now, it seems like people are trying, and they're trying to do what's right, okay? Because here's the thing. No matter how this virus got started, we have one. Numbers are starting to come out from the Tulsa rally. And it's like nearly everybody that's getting tested is coming up positive. So what were they doing? Are they trying to make people sick? What are they doing? So anyway, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick from Texas, Mr. Die for the Dow guy, right? But not everybody, just people with my hair color. The olds, because, he's one of them. Is he going to die for the Dow? I mean, he looks pretty old, right? I don't know how old he is, but he's there, isn't he? So does he want to die for the Dow, or is it just Grandma? Does Grandpa get to do it too? Take one for the team? All we had to do was wear masks. All we had to do was what we're doing now, just with masks on. That's all we had to do. And now Dr. Fauci, and I'm coming to what Dr. Patrick, well, he thinks he is, right? Dr. Fauci said yesterday that the notion of 100,000 people coming down with us per day is coming soon. And notifications. That we're going to get to 100,000 a day here in this country very, very soon. So you've got Rand Paul, who is allegedly a doctor, couldn't get, well, I don't know, wouldn't not in the AMA, I guess had to create his own little AMA or something. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Supposedly an ophthalmologist, so that's a medical doctor. He doesn't think that Fauci has any business. I mean, what? You know, you got Lieutenant Governor Patrick saying, oh, well, Dr. Fauci doesn't know anything. We don't need to listen to him. Yeah, we've got a bunch of nut jobs right now in positions of authority that are counseling people in ways that are going to get them harmed. I'm so tired of people who do that. I'm tired of people who assert themselves in ways that are destructive. And it's just now, it's life and death, right? It's literally life and death. So on this first day of July, this one energy, take stock of where you've been and where you're going, and allow new perceptions and new beginnings to take hold. And please, you know, if your state is saying mandatory masks, then don't argue about it. Don't try to go into a store anyway. That's just, you look ridiculous. You're going to get on camera. It's going to be on social media. Your 2 seconds of fame are going to ruin you. So don't do it. And you're hurting people, potentially. So hopefully, you know, I won't have to worry about shopping at Safeway now because we all have to be in a mask. And the guy in front of me who wasn't in anything, potentially shedding virus all over the counter and all over the whole area that I now got to walk into, maybe that won't happen now for a while. That will be such a blessing, I'm telling you. It will be such a blessing because the olds in the country aren't dying for the Dow, folks. There's no reason why we couldn't have been open all this time. Just wear protection, everybody. And then we can go about our lives. Why put the country through what we went through? Stay home when you can. When you go out, wear a mask. Wear gloves, too. That's the other thing Doc Ram said. That it's when you stick your card in the credit card reader and you're doing your code in, that's where you get the virus. Not just breathing, not just expelling out droplets. It's touching stuff. Because the guy that was there in Safeway that didn't have a mask on, he used that thing. Of course, I come in gloves. I wear surgical gloves. And I always have. During all of this, I never go into these places without surgical gloves on. I bring them home, I wash them, because I'm not going to throw them away. You can't get them. So, you know, and I got the thick black ones. And so yeah, I wear them. Yeah, I get in the car, we put hand sanitizer on the gloves. And then I get home, I take them off and I wash them, I use them again. But I don't touch anything in those stores. Oh, heavens no. Not with people there with no masks on? No way. No way. So for me, it's masks and gloves everywhere. Same with my husband. So again, new beginnings. Let's see, Scorpio until Sagittarius today. The moon is in until 6:21 p.m. So we're going to have a split energy day. Let's see, guard against jealousy and avoid conflict at all costs. Scorpio is very emotional. They're very focused. They're wonderful people. It's just there's an intensity about them. And if they're having issues, then, you know, jealousy and envy and suspiciousness and all of that tend to take over. They can hold a grudge like nobody I've ever seen. It's just amazing. It's like, are you kidding? Let it go. It's like, no, you know, so I don't know. As the day progresses, the moon travels into Sagittarius, where tact may also be at a minimum. So work out the energy physically if the momentum is just too much. The moon sextile Jupiter offers the opportunity to extend generosity and kindness, but be sure to do so safely. Degas is the rune for today. I'll draw this out real quick for you. I try to keep these things under 15 minutes. That way, if I do, then I can post it on Pinterest. Otherwise, I can't. Pinterest, if you have a business account, you can post videos on Pinterest. And I have one, you know. And so I post videos over there. I post these if I have them under 15 minutes. Otherwise, I can't. They won't take it. It's like, it's too long. It's like, geez, folks, make up your mind. Excuse me. A massive pollen alert around here right now. It almost looked like our cottonwood trees were going to shed again. This is Degas. It's a new day. Let's see. It's a water element rune. It means new day, dawn, endings and beginnings, conclusion, daylight, awakening, all doors open, all options available. Aligns really well with that one energy, doesn't it? As long as you can stay tactful enough to, you know. So I'm just going to draw all this out all at once instead of saying, okay, it's this one and then it's that one. Well, we also have. So we got several runes in this. We've got Isa, that terminates the ends. 11th rune of the Elder Futhark, Norn rune for the static realm or the present moment, freezing will into place. Alignment and higher self-presence. We have that's the two here. We have Gebo, balanced energy exchange with others. We have Kenaz in all directions, the light of spirit, informing, outward. And we have Laguz, up and down, forward and reversed, which is flow. The one thing about Degas is it's basically energy at its saturation point becomes its opposite, and that's not my definition, that's someone else's. Well, I don't know where my other rune bag went. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll find it. Oh, there it is. It's hidden in the dark. Well, I'll wait. But anyway, it's really about, again, in terms of perception, allowing one type to shift into another. And so again, right now, to me, this is more about, it's more about the whole mask wearing situation than it is about anything else right now. Even more so than the social justice stuff we're dealing with Black Lives Matter and all of that. I think that certainly there's issues surrounding that going forward this month. But I think for today, what we're talking about is this shift in perception, because a lot of states around the country have changed this today, and it all goes into effect today. You've got Miami beaches that are not going to be open, although you've got some sheriffs in that state, I guess, that are not going to enforce any of it. So it's like, come on, can we get on the same page so we all survive here? It's just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But in any event, the meaning of Degas for today is the 23rd rune of the Elder Futhark. It's a 5 energy, and so change and safety and protection and all of that. But as one door closes, another opens with all options available today. Clarity is strong, and we resonate in our awakening to new truth. Pay attention, again, maybe it's regarding the mask order, I don't know. Pay attention to synchronicities and think outside the box today. So, and then lastly, in the human design section down at the bottom of the chart, if you're following along over on the blog over there at imsteppingaside.com, I don't know if I stickied the esoteric influences. I thought I did, but I need to check. If not, then you're going to have to scroll down a couple things to get to it. But in any event, with both Jupiter and Pluto at the same location in the human design chart today, the same I Ching hexagram number, basically, we understand that not all collaboration will result in a positive outcome. Sometimes it's like herding cats, okay? They're trying. They're all being cats. They're just sort of, cats. It's like, come on. Or it's like herding my 2 roosters, to come away from where I don't want them. It's like, come on, George, come on, Rudy. They're like, no. But in any event, intuition is strong today and should be utilized to understand the greater picture. Be the spiritual warrior, and others will follow your lead today. So I guess that's really what I'm hoping people will do, that we'll just drop resistance to this whole mask wearing thing and just do it. Once you do, you realize it's not a big deal. I'm going to tell you, my husband fusses all the time about it. But these days, not so much. These days, it's like, yeah, I'll wear it. Absolutely. I mean, he never argues about wearing it. He never does that or anything. It's just that he fusses. Well, he's a Sagittarian. They fuss, right? And so they don't have a lot of tact. Well, they open their mouths and, well, then it's on. And so I don't know. So he'll fuss about it, but he never doesn't do it, right? So, for him, the last few days out and about, he's just outraged. He's just outraged. So he's thoroughly, he hardly even says a word now. I wanted to put a little paper towel thing, a shop towel thing, into this one mask we have, and I tried it. It seemed okay, but then it was just too much. So I pulled that piece out because they're fine. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to put it in for you because you're gonna sit here and argue with me and bellyache and all of that. It's his process. It's what some people do. You just have to ignore it because it's not that he's not gonna wear one, because he is. Otherwise, he's not leaving the house. I won't let him. I'll hide his keys. So there you go. That's all there is to it. So anyway, it's just not worth it. He doesn't want to lose me. I don't want to lose him. It'd be the worst. So take care of yourselves today. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. Wear a mask. See you tomorrow. Blessed be.